Hello everyone, in this video tutorial we are going to learn about how to make primers using NCBI. So for that, first you need to go to website of NCBI and select the database from this section. It will be nucleotide database because we are going to design our primer using nucleotide database. So for example, we can take mouse liver glycogen phosphorylase. You you might have heard about this protein in glycolysis, and other liver pathways. So we'll be taken to this page. After going to this, we can select our liver glycogen phosphorylase. This will be our example for this primer designing. So in this page, we can get all the data of liver glycogen phosphorylase, the location of our nucleotide sequence, the length of our nucleotide sequence, and this is an example of linear mRNA, and this is our protein. So the accession number you can copy and it will going to be used for our primer designing. So the version, the keywords, the source, and this is the organism we are selecting. So this is the mammalian cell model we generally use in mammalian cell culture and other experiments. So it is the classification, the eukaryota, metazoa, chordata, and the further classification you can get here. The reference of a nucleotide sequence, the author that have submitted the sequence to NCBI, and it was their research title. They used the sequence in this research. The journal you can see here, the PubMed ID. You can search this by this ID also. So these are the other reference, consortium, title, the research titles. They are involved in this. You can get this data from here. And the source, the gene, the CDS location of this gene, and the exon sequences. And this is the translation data of our protein. We can say this is the peptide sequence. We are going to get this from our nucleotide sequence. And these are the MISC features, exon locations, and the poly A site. This is at the end of our mRNA, which is going to get translated. And this is the whole nucleotide sequence we get under the origin. So after getting this data, we will going to get a faster sequence because that's most suitable for designing the primer. So for that, we will click under this because we want a faster sequence of our selected protein or gene of which we are going to make the primer. So this is the sequence we get. This is the FASTA format for our nucleotide sequence. And you can select all this and save it in a Word format or Notepad format. So we can use it further. Or you can also just copy this accession number and we can go with that also. So this is the FASTA sequence of this gene, and here we are going to click on pick primers. It is to design and test primer for sequence for our PCR amplification. So this is the page we are going to be working with. This is the accession number. It is already filled because we came through that way, we can directly come to this designing tool. If you have different accession number or specific FASTA sequence that you want to enter, you will enter it here. Or if you have any selected or saved file for with our FASTA sequence, you can also use it here by clicking on that. So we are not going with this format. So you can see here you can select the range of our forward and reverse primer, and you need to notice that our range of reverse and forward primer will always should be between the PCR product size. So in this autofill situation, we have 72,000 minimum to maximum PCR product size, and we can make it shorter for our faster learning in this tutorial. So let's say we make it 70 to 150, and the primer returns we want in this primer designing, not designing, primer picking, we would say, from our nucleotide sequence. We can say we just want 5 primer returns for the example. So next we have this primer melting temperature, where we get the melting and annealing temperature of our primer with the template. And this is the autofill here if you have specific sequence, and you can also get a different tool to get optimum TM, that's our primer melting temperature. We can also use that data, but in this case we would not be using that. We will let it like this. In first example, I'm showing you to get our primer without specific forward and primer selection, and only with the PCR product size. So after that, this is the intron length. The database and search mode will be automatic. You can add different organism. This is our organism code, as we selected mouse as a rodent model. You can also use other organism if you want. So this is the maximum applicable size you can get from this, and we are going to get our primer in the new window, and we are also selecting the graphical view of our primer. So after that, we can click on get primer, and we will be taken to this new window where we are going to get our primer. So it will take a few minutes to run our data and get our primers. So this is the current status that is submitted, and the time you can see. If you are impatient like me, you can click on check, and it will show you the time since you have submitted. It has been 26 seconds. So here we can get the progress message also. The status is running, and you would have to wait few minutes, and you will be able to get our graphical view and primer data that we are expecting. And okay, here we go. This is the PCR template, the accession number, our gene. You can see the range, the specificity of primer, and the other reports. Here we get the graphical view of the primer pairs we are expecting. So this is loading and the data is uploading, and you can see the primer pairs here. So these are the primer pair outputs. We wanted five primer outputs, so these are the 5 pair they are showing in a range of our PCR product size. And this is the graphical view. This is our nucleotide sequence, and this is the exon locations. In this, you can see the CDS location, name of our gene, and other protein length, nucleotide length, protein position, and you can also download FASTA sequence from here also. These are other links and tools you can use in other research purposes. So these were the 5 primer outputs. So you can select any of these primer pair as per your research requirement, your experiment designs. So we will go back to see how we can get the specific range of our selected sequence. So there's one point to be noted that your forward and primer design range should always fall between PCR product size. You cannot go under 70 or maximum from 150. So, and you should at least be between minimum 20 sequences. So we can say the range will be from 72, we can go 90 or 100. And for reverse primer, you can go for 120 to 150. These range also should never overlap. So you can get this and just click on get primer again, and you will be getting a specific primer just as we get the results from Primer-BLAST with the selected faster sequence or accession number we have selected. So this is the same page we got earlier. The status is submitted and the current timing and date of our submission. Or you can click on check, or you can just wait. You will be taking to our primer. So the longer your sequence will be, the more time it will take to make the primer, or the longer your selected size or range of primer, it will take time. So the shorter it will be, the faster you will get your primer. So it's not about faster or shorter, you just go with your experiment expectations or the data you want. So here again, we get this graphical view of primer pairs and the detailed primer report where we get our 5 primer output, and you can see the forward and reverse primer sequence and their complementation with the templates. If you see this with the product length of 74, they hardly matches our template, and with this primer product you can say some annealing base pair here in reverse and forward both primers in this example also. So you can select whatever suits better for your experiment and use these primer designs for your amplification and PCR experiment or other research purposes. So this was it. I hope you learned from this video. So make sure you like and share and subscribe. Thank you so much.